I stand in the sterile, cold hospital room, my hand shaking as I clutch the phone. The soft beeping of Ella's heart monitor is the only sound that fills the air, and with every weak pulse, my hope dwindles. I glance at her, lying motionless on the bed, tubes and wires connected to her fragile body, fighting for a life she barely had the chance to live. Her heart, the one thing that was supposed to beat forever, is now failing. I need $5,000. That's it. A small sum in the world of my family's wealth, yet an insurmountable barrier when it comes to saving my daughter. I dial the number I've dialed 1,000 times before, the number of my father, Richard Turner, the man who could fix anything. But today, the coldness on the other end of the line is palpable. Dad, I say, trying to keep my voice steady, I need your help. Ella's heart is failing. The surgery costs $5,000. Please, she needs this. There's a pause, too long to be comforting. Then his voice, detached and distant, floats back to me. Maya, we're on vacation. Your mother, James, and I were not in a position to. I don't let him finish. The words burst out of me like a dam breaking. What do you mean, not in a position? You're on a $74,000 vacation in the Bahamas, and my daughter is dying. Another silence. Then, finally, the cold response. You need to handle this yourself, Maya. We're not going to bail you out this time. The words sting. They sink into me like a dagger, twisting deeper. The people I've always turned to, the people who have everything they could ever need, can't spare a dime for the life of my daughter. I hang up the phone, the anger bubbling inside me like a storm that refuses to quiet. I want to scream. I want to tear down the walls they've built around me, the walls of privilege and indifference. But I can't. I look at Ella, her tiny chest rising and falling so weakly. I am running out of time. I turn to my phone again. This time I dial James. My brother, the one who's always been their golden child. He's the one who would always know the right thing to say. The one who would never let anything fall apart. At least that's how I thought it was. Maya, he answers after the second ring, his tone casual, too casual. I want to scream into the phone, but I hold back. I need you, James. Ella needs you. Please. I'm sorry, Maya, he interrupts, his voice tight, but I can't help right now. I've got things going on. You know how it is. Things. The word hits me like a slap. I'm losing my mind, the world around me crumbling, and my brother can't be bothered to help. Not now, not ever. My breath catches in my throat. It feels like a sick joke. My brother, my family, none of them care enough to help. I hang up before he can say anything else. The silence that follows is deafening. I look down at Ella again, the machine keeping track of her heartbeat and mine. The silence in the room becomes a heavy weight pressing down on me. There's only one option left. I can't wait for them anymore. I can't let her die because of their indifference. I pick up the phone again, but this time I'm not calling family. This time I call Vincent Carver, the man who has been in contact with me for days now. The man who says he can help. As I dial his number, my hand trembles. When Vincent answers, his voice is smooth, almost too smooth. Maya, he says, I've been waiting for your call. You said you could help. My voice is hoarse, almost desperate. Ella's life is on the line. I need the money now. Vincent chuckles, the sound too cold, too calculated. Money, Maya. It's never just about the money. But I can help. On one condition. What condition? I ask, already knowing it won't be simple. It never is. I'll give you the $5,000, he says slowly, drawing out the words. But I'll need something in return. A small favor. Just a little family secret. I freeze. My heart stops for a second. I'm not just asking for money. I'm asking for a piece of my soul. But there's no choice. Ella's life hangs by a thread. I'll do whatever it takes, I say, my voice trembling with the weight of what's to come. As I say those words, I feel a cold chill run down my spine. What am I about to get myself into? But the answer is already clear. I'll do anything to save her. Anything. And that's how this nightmare begins. I don't know what's worse, losing Ella or losing myself in the process. The cold bite of the air in the alley outside the hospital cuts through my thin jacket. I barely feel it. All I can focus on is the sound of my phone ringing in my hand. The echo of my father's refusal still haunts my ears, a cold, heartless voice telling me to figure it out on my own. I never thought I'd hear that from him. Not with the wealth, the power, the influence he's always had. Ella's heart is beating slower now. The machine is marking the time, and with every tick I feel it. I have until the morning. I don't know who to turn to anymore. I dial Vincent Carver's number. I've barely spoken to him, but his offer is the only lifeline left. His voice answers on the first ring, calm, detached. Too calm. Maya, I was expecting your call. I need the money, I say, my voice cracking. I'll do whatever it takes. Vincent doesn't respond immediately, just lets the silence stretch between us. Are you sure, Maya? This isn't about the money. It's about trust. And trust is earned, not bought. A shiver runs down my spine. I don't know him. I don't know why he's doing this, why he's offering me this help. But I can't waste time questioning it. Not now. I don't have a choice, I say, desperate. My daughter needs this. All right, he says, his tone almost amused. Here's what I'll do for you. I'll transfer the funds. But I need something in return. One small favor. My stomach drops. I know there's a catch. There always is. What do you want? I ask, already regretting the words. I need you to get access to your father's financial records. You're already in his office all the time, right? His words are laced with something I can't quite place. An edge, a promise. I hesitate. You want me to steal from him? You're asking me to betray my family. Not steal, he says coolly. Just access. I'll make it worth your while. You'll get your money for Ella, and I'll take care of the rest. But if you're going to back out now, it's fine. Just know that your options will be much more limited. I swallow hard. Betrayal. That's what it is. But if I say no if I don't do this, Ella doesn't make it through the night. There's no other choice. Fine, I whisper. I'll do it. Good, Vincent replies, and then the line goes dead. I stand there for a moment, staring at the phone in my hand. The weight of what I've just agreed to presses down on me. I'm about to cross a line I can't uncross. But there's no time to hesitate. I get into my car, my hands gripping the steering, while so tightly my knuckles are white. As I drive toward my father's office, my mind races. What's really going on here? Why does Vincent want these records? What could he be planning? I don't know, but I need to focus. I pull into the parking lot of my father's building. The tall glass structure looms in front of me, cold and imposing. I step out of the car, the sound of my heels clicking against the pavement. It feels like I'm walking into a trap. Inside the building, everything is sleek and pristine. The receptionist greets me with the usual fake smile. I tell her I'm here to see my father, but she barely looks up from her screen. He's in a meeting, Ms. Turner, she says, her tone dismissive. You'll need to wait. I don't wait. I walk past her desk, straight into the elevator. I don't have time for games. The elevator doors close behind me with a soft ding, and I press the button for the top floor. My heart pounds as I stare at my reflection in the mirrored walls. I'm not sure who I see anymore. The daughter trying to save her dying child, or the woman who's willing to do anything to protect her. I don't know. The doors open with a quiet hiss, and I step into my father's office. I don't bother knocking. I know the place better than anyone, even my father. I move quickly, heading straight for the hidden safe behind the large painting on the wall. I've seen him open it 100 times. He never noticed me watching. I punch in the code, my fingers moving faster than I thought possible. The safe clicks open. Inside, there are stacks of documents. tax records, financial statements, the family business contracts. Things I'm not supposed to know about. But they're all here. I pull out a folder, the one labeled offshore accounts. My stomach tightens as I flip through it. This is it. The thing Vincent wanted all along. My father's hidden empire of wealth. The money that no one should know about. I hear the sound of footsteps behind me. I freeze. What the hell do you think you're doing? I turn and there stands James, my brother. He's glaring at me, his jaw tight, his hands clenched into fists. James, I say, my voice shaking. I didn't mean for you to find out. He steps closer, his eyes narrowed. What's going on, Maya? Why are you going through Dad's files? I needed to. I stammer, unsure of what to say. I never planned for this confrontation. Not like this. Not now. He steps forward, grabbing the folder from my hands, his eyes scanning the documents. You've really done it this time, haven't you? He mutters. My mind spins. What does he know? What is he really here for? James looks up at me. I didn't think you'd go this far. You're not the only one who's been looking for answers, Maya. A chill runs through me. What is he talking about? Before I can respond, the sound of a phone ringing breaks the tension. James pulls his phone from his pocket, glancing at the screen. He hesitates and then answers. It's done, he says, his voice low. She's in. I watch him, my heart pounding in my chest. What is he really involved in? And why does it feel like I've just stumbled into something far more dangerous than I ever imagined? The air is thick with tension as I stare at James, his face contorted in anger. The folder I was just holding, the one with the records of my father's secret accounts, now feels like a ticking bomb between us. You've really gone too far this time, Maya, he mutters, his voice low but harsh. His gaze is icy, calculating. What do you think you're doing? Going behind Dad's back? We don't do things like this. I can barely hear him. My head is swimming. Every second I've spent here, every word exchanged, feels like it's dragging me deeper into a web I didn't know existed. You're involved in this too. I spit back, the word sharp. Don't act like you're some innocent bystander. James doesn't flinch. Instead, he slowly places the folder down on the desk, his fingers lingering on the edges. The room feels too small now, the walls closing in on me. I can almost hear my heartbeat pounding in my ears. You don't know what you're getting into, Maya, he says, his voice a mix of annoyance and something else. Something I can't quite place. A shiver runs down my spine. Tell me what this is about. Why is Vincent involved? What are you really after? He leans back in his chair, staring at me with those cold, calculating eyes. His lips curl into a slight smile. It's simple. Everything has its price, Maya. Even you. A chill creeps down my spine. This isn't just about money. It's about control. Power. And I've been blind to it all this time. Before I can respond, my phone buzzes in my pocket. I pull it out, my hands trembling as I glance at the screen. It's a message from Vincent. Meet me at the warehouse. It's time to finalize everything. I try to keep my composure, but the message sends a spike of fear through me. I don't have much time. James notices my reaction. Who is that? He asks, his voice suddenly tight with suspicion. I turn away, trying to hide the screen, but he's too quick. His eyes narrow. You really think you can play both sides, don't you? I'm not playing anyone, I say, the lie tasting bitter on my tongue. I'm trying to save Ella. That's all. He stands up suddenly, the chair scraping loudly against the floor. You should have thought about that before you started digging into things you don't understand. He strides toward me, and I step back, instinctively guarding the phone in my hand. What's your game, James? I demand, my voice shaking with anger. What's Vincent really offering you? His gaze flickers toward the door, a silent signal that I'm no longer welcome here. You have no idea what you're really up against. All of this? It's bigger than you. Bigger than your precious daughter. The words hit me like a slap, and for a moment, all I can do is stare at him. I've spent my whole life believing that my family would protect me, that they'd be there for me when I needed them most. But now, I realize I was wrong. You're not even the person I thought you were, I say, my voice barely above a whisper. The betrayal cuts deep, but it's not the end of it. I can't stop now. I turn on my heel and walk out, not giving him the chance to say anything else. The hallway outside is cold, empty. The building is silent, but it feels like the walls are closing in around me. Every step I take echoes louder and louder until it's all I can hear. I walk past the receptionist's desk, pretending I don't notice her confused stare. As I reach the door, my phone buzzes again, the sound of a new message breaking through the tension in my chest. It's from Vincent. The clock is ticking, Maya. Be here in 30 minutes. My heart races. Time is running out. I have no choice but to go. No choice but to see this through. I step into my car and start the engine. The drive to the warehouse is a blur. Every turn feels like I'm being pulled deeper into something I can't escape from. The city streets fly past me, the world outside my window blurring into a mess of lights and shadows. As I pull into the parking lot, I see Vincent's car parked at the far end of the warehouse. It's empty here. Too quiet. Too still. The silence in my car is suffocating. I take a deep breath, trying to steady myself. My mind races. Why does he need me to meet him here? What's he planning to do? I step out of the car, the air thick with the smell of oil and rust. The night is heavy around me. The distant hum of the city seems like a world away. I approach the warehouse, my footsteps echoing louder with every step. The door is slightly ajar, and I push it open, my heart in my throat. The interior is dimly lit, shadows stretching across the floor like long fingers reaching for me. Maya. Vincent's voice is smooth, but there's something different in it this time. There's no warmth, no charm, just cold calculation. I turn, my eyes scanning the dark corners of the room. He stands there, leaning against a stack of crates. His silhouette is sharp in the dim light. You wanted to meet. Here I am, I say, my voice shaking, but I force myself to sound calm. Vincent smiles, but it's not the smile I remember. It's something darker. I always keep my promises, he says, and with that he steps aside, revealing a table covered in documents. My father's documents. The very ones I took. You know what these are, right? Vincent asks, his eyes glinting. This is where the real power lies, Maya. This is where the real game is played. I freeze. You didn't think this was just about your daughter, did you? He asks, his voice dripping with malice. Everything hits me at once. James wasn't just part of this. He's been running the whole thing. And now it's too late to back out. The air inside the warehouse feels heavier than ever. Vincent is standing there, his back to me, watching the flickering light overhead as if nothing in this room matters. But I know it's all about to change. I didn't come here for small talk. I didn't come here to negotiate. My daughter's life is at stake. What are you really after? I ask, my voice cold but steady. Vincent turns slowly, a small, almost sad smile on his lips. You're not in control anymore, Maya. You haven't been for a while. But don't worry, I'll make sure you get what you need if you help me with this. Help you? The words feel wrong in my mouth. But there's no other choice. I have to save Ella. His eyes glint, the shadows around us growing deeper. It's a simple exchange. The money for the records, the power. It's all the same in the end. I take a step forward, my pulse quickening. What records? I ask, already knowing the answer. Vincent doesn't respond right away. Instead, he walks toward the back of the warehouse, his footsteps deliberate, echoing through the empty space. There are things, Maya, he says over his shoulder. Things your father has hidden. But it's not about your father anymore. It's about you. You have a choice. I feel the weight of his words. The choices I've made up until now feel like they're strangling me. The walls around me are closing in, and the silence between us stretches too long. I know I'm at a crossroads, but which way do I go? You've never understood the game, Maya, Vincent continues. Your father, your brother, they all play it. But you've been an outsider. Until now. Now you're in it. And you're either going to play by the rules, or you're going to fall. I step back, my breath coming quicker now. His words hit me harder than I expected. He's right about one thing. I've never been part of their game. I've always been the outsider. But right now, I'm too close to everything to back out. Too far gone. The phone in my pocket buzzes, pulling me out of my thoughts. I pull it out quickly, hoping for something. Anything that could give me a way out. It's a text from James. The message is short and to the point. You don't know what you're getting into. Stop now. My stomach drops. It's the first time he's reached out since I walked out of his office. And it only makes things worse. He knows something. He's always known something. I turn toward Vincent, the truth dawning on me like a flash of lightning. You're working with James, aren't you? This whole thing, it's been a setup from the beginning. Vincent doesn't flinch. He doesn't even look surprised. Instead, he crosses his arms and nods slowly. You're catching on. It took you long enough, Maya. But you're right. This isn't about saving your daughter. It never was. This is about something far bigger. What is it? I ask, the fear creeping up inside me like a rising tide. What are you two planning? His smile widens, his eyes gleaming in the dim light. That's for you to figure out, Maya. You're in this now. There's no turning back. I feel like I'm drowning. Everything I thought I knew, everything I thought I was working for, my daughter's survival, was just a pawn in their game. But what's the end game? What have they been hiding? And more importantly, what does James have to do with this? I'm snapped out of my thoughts as Vincent takes a step closer, his presence like a shadow that looms over me. You want your daughter to live, he asks, his voice low. Then prove you can play the game. Prove you can follow through. The words hit me like a punch to the stomach. My head spins. This was never about saving Ella, was it? This was about power. Control. The kind of control that makes people do unspeakable things. Vincent steps back, his smile never faltering. I've done my part. Now it's your turn. Before I can respond, the warehouse door creaks open. A tall figure enters, Nolan, a man I don't know but recognize from my father's business dealings. He's wearing a suit, but there's something off about the way he moves. It's as if he knows exactly how to command the room. His presence sends a chill down my spine. Vincent nods at him. She's ready. Let's give her the final push. Nolan's eyes scan me, his expression unreadable. He steps forward, his shoes clicking sharply against the concrete floor. You don't get it, do you? He says, his voice smooth, almost too smooth. You're part of something much bigger than your family, Maya. This isn't just about Ella anymore. I step back, my mind racing. What is he talking about? What could be bigger than my daughter's life? Nolan reaches into his coat pocket and pulls out a small black envelope. He holds it out to me. I don't take it. Open it, he says. I take a deep breath, forcing my hand to move as I reach for the envelope. My fingers tremble as I rip it open, pulling out the contents. It's a contract, the kind of document you'd see in the back office of a corporation. But this one is different. It's about my father's offshore accounts, the very same ones Vincent had shown me earlier. And at the bottom, a signature, James' signature. My heart stops. I don't understand, I say, the words barely leaving my mouth. What is this? Nolan looks at me with cold eyes. It's the future of your family. The future of your future. It's not about Ella anymore. It's about the power you're willing to take. My mind spins. The world I thought I knew has completely shattered. Everything, everyone, has been playing their part in a game I didn't even know existed. And now the final twist is here. There is no turning back. The warehouse is silent except for the low hum of the lights above. The air feels thick, like I'm wading through fog. Vincent's eyes are on me, cold and calculating, but I can't focus on him anymore. Not with what I've just learned. James's signature on that document, my brother. The realization hits like a punch to the gut. Everything's a lie. I grip the envelope in my hands, the weight of it sinking in. This isn't just about my daughter. It never was. This is about power, manipulation, and control. And I've been a pawn in their game all along. Are you done? Vincent's voice cuts through my thoughts, sharp and low. I look up at him, forcing myself to stand tall despite the wave of betrayal crashing over me. You've been using me. Both of you. Using you, he chuckles darkly. No, Maya. You've been using yourself. You've always wanted in, haven't you? All these years of playing the innocent daughter, the good girl. It's pathetic. You could have had it all. Shut up. My voice cracks, but I force the words out. I can feel the heat of anger rising within me. You don't know me. You don't know what I'm capable of. Vincent steps closer, his shadow falling over me. Oh, I know exactly what you're capable of. You've always been good at pretending. But deep down, you're just like the rest of us. I can't stand it. I push past him, my heart racing as I head for the exit. I have to get out of here. I can't let him see how shaken I am. I can't let him see the cracks forming in the facade I've built for so long. I take one step forward, and the door slams shut behind me. I freeze. There's no escape. Not so fast, Maya, Vincent says, his voice dangerously calm. You've got something of mine, something that belongs to all of us. You can't just walk away from this. I turn around, my breath shallow. What do you want from me? I'm so tired of this. Tired of the lies, the manipulation. But it's too late now, isn't it? There's no turning back. You already know the answer to that, he says. We need the rest of the information. The stuff you haven't found yet. The stuff your father has been hiding. The family's real power. My stomach churns. I've been digging for so long, but I never imagined this. Never imagined it would be tied to something this much bigger. I shake my head. I don't know where it is. Vincent steps closer again, his voice low and dangerous. Don't lie to me, Maya. I know you. I know what you're capable of. I back away, but there's nowhere to go. The walls of the warehouse close in around me, the darkness pressing in. I'm trapped, and Vincent knows it. You think you can save Ella by playing this game? He sneers. She's just a pawn too. Everything you've done, everything you're doing, it's all for nothing. You've already lost. A cold shiver runs through me. What does he mean by that? I reach for my phone in my pocket, my fingers trembling as I pull it out. My heart stops when I see the new message. Get out of there. Now. The message is from James. I don't know what to do. I can't trust him anymore. I can't trust anyone. Suddenly, I hear a noise behind me. A door creaks open, and then I see a shadow moving quickly across the room. My heart skips a beat. It's not Vincent. I turn just as a figure steps into the light. It's Nolan, the man I've never been able to trust. Looks like the game's over, Maya, Nolan says with a cruel smile. He's not alone. Behind him, I see Chase, the man who's been lurking in the background of all of this. His eyes are dark, cold, but there's something more to him than just the empty gaze of a hired hand. He's involved in this. He's been involved from the very beginning. Don't listen to him, Maya, Nolan continues, taking another step toward me. It's too late to play the hero. You're already in too deep. What do you want from me? I ask, my voice barely above a whisper. I'm desperate now. I can feel my back against the wall, my entire body trembling. This isn't just about Ella anymore. This is about something far more dangerous. You've already made your choice, Nolan says, his voice smooth as silk. You just don't know it yet. You're a part of this family now, Maya. The only way out is to play the game. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do. My mind races. This is my chance to run, to escape, to take my daughter and disappear. But something stops me. The knowledge that if I leave, if I walk away now, Ella will die. I look between Nolan and Chase, feeling the walls closing in around me. You can't just walk away, Nolan repeats, his eyes gleaming. This is bigger than you. It always was. I look at him, a sudden clarity filling me. I don't believe you, I say, my voice finally steady. You're all lying to me. This is just about power. It's always been about power. You don't get it, do you? Nolan steps closer, his tone icy now. Power isn't just about what you take, Maya. It's about what you keep. And that's when it hits me. James isn't just trying to save Ella. He's trying to take everything. All the power. Everything my father built. The empire he's been hiding. And James wants me to be a part of it. To tear apart the family. To play the game. I can't do that. I turn, my mind made up. I won't be their pawn. I won't play their game anymore. But as I take the first step toward the door, I hear it. The faintest click. The sound of a gun being cocked. And I freeze. The gun is still pointed at me. The cold steel in the dim light feels like it's pressing against my chest, suffocating me with every breath. Vincent stands there, his finger hovering over the trigger, his expression unreadable. Behind him, Nolan and Chase have moved closer, their eyes sharp, calculating. I feel the sweat beating on my neck. It's not just the gun. It's the weight of everything else. The lies, the manipulation, the betrayal. You're too far gone, Maya, Vincent says, his voice as cold as the barrel of the gun. There's no way out for you now. I can't breathe. I won't let them win. But my thoughts keep flashing to Ella. Her heart. Every minute that passes is a minute closer to losing her. You think I'm afraid of you? I manage to say, my voice shaking. But inside I'm screaming. I've already lost everything. You can't take anything else from me. The sound of my own voice echoes in the empty warehouse, but it doesn't feel real. My chest tightens. What is there left to lose? Everything has already been torn apart. My family. My trust. My future. You think you've got control. I continue, more to myself than to them. You think I care about your money or your power. I'm not playing your game. Vincent's lips curl into a smile. You're still the same, Maya. So naive. You don't understand how this works. You're already part of it, whether you want to be or not. He takes a step forward, his hand still gripping the gun, but something in his eyes shifts. There's a moment of hesitation, just a flicker, a brief second where I can see that he's not as certain as he lets on. I don't wait for him to make the next move. Before anyone can react, I lunge. My hand shoots out, knocking the gun from Vincent's grasp. It falls to the floor with a sharp clang. Time slows. My heart pounds in my chest. I don't know what I'm doing, but I can't stop now. This is it. This is the moment. Nolan and Chase both step back, surprised. Vincent looks at me with a mixture of anger and disbelief. But there's something else in his eyes, too, respect. You've got guts, he says, his voice steady again, as if nothing had just happened. But it won't be enough, Maya. I glance around the room. The walls seem to be closing in, the air thick with tension. I know what I need to do. I've known all along. It's just taken me this long to admit it to myself. You don't control me, I say, finally feeling the weight of my own words. Not anymore. The sound of my voice isn't just defiance. It's freedom. I might have been their pawn, but not anymore. Vincent's gaze hardens. You think you can take this from me? You think you can just walk away with your life, your daughter's life? You think anyone's going to let that happen? I don't flinch. I'm not walking away. I'm fighting for what's mine, what's left of my family, and I'll make sure you never hurt anyone again. I turn and walk toward the door, my heart racing, my mind sharp and focused. I know I can't trust anyone, not even James. This game isn't over, but I'm done playing by their rules. I don't hear them follow. I don't look back. The door slams open, and I step out into the night. The cool air feels like a breath of life. There's a sound behind me, and I know they've finally made their move. But this time I'm ready. I hear the screech of tires. A car pulls up beside me, but I don't stop. I hear my name, shouted from the distance. It's James, his voice soft pleading. Maya, don't do this. You don't understand. I turn, finally meeting his gaze. His face is twisted in desperation, and for a moment I almost believe him. But then I remember. I remember every lie, every betrayal. You don't get to control me anymore, James, I say, my voice cutting through the tension. Not you. Not any of you. I step into the street, my heart thumping louder than the engine of the car idling behind me. The moment stretches on, 1,000 thoughts racing through my head, but one thing is clear. I will not be their victim. Not again. As I walk away, I know what this means. I know the consequences. This isn't just about survival anymore. It's about breaking free from a life built on lies. It's about reclaiming my power, my choices, and my family's future. In the distance, I hear sirens. I don't know if they're coming for me or for them, but it doesn't matter. What matters is that I'm done being controlled. I'm done playing their game, and I'm going to make sure my daughter has the future she deserves. The sound of the sirens grows louder, but it doesn't scare me anymore. I'm free. The truth is, freedom doesn't come without sacrifice, but in the end, it's the only thing worth fighting for.